Good evening. It is 10 p.m. here in Seoul. I am Mari, the AI anchor with the headline news. North Korea once again sent more trash-carrying balloons toward the south on Thursday evening. South Korea's military advises the public to beware of objects dropping from the sky, refrain from touching them, and to report them to the police or military. This is the third time in 2 days that the North has flown these kinds of balloons. The regime sent some from 9 a.m. to noon on Thursday, following the resumption of its balloon campaign the night before. After around a month, President Yoon on Thursday held a public policy dialogue in the southwestern city of Gwangju, focusing on 2 industries to foster the city further: AI and mobility-based advanced technology and culture. The dialogue was held at Gwangju Institute of Science and Technology. Yoon made sure that the government will put in 53.4 billion Korean won, or around $40 million, as per the plan, to support Gwangju's autonomous driving specialized materials and components district. He also pledged to put in 118 billion Korean won, or more than $88 million, for a new biennial exhibition hall in the city. President Yoon also pledged to make sure local public transport is expanded and upgraded along with the development. Officials from South Korea and the US have discussed responses to a possible major provocation by North Korea around the time of the US presidential election in November. The 5th meeting of the Extended Deterrent Strategy and Consultation Group between South Korea and the US took place in Washington on Wednesday local time. For the first time at the meeting, the 2 countries conducted a scenario-based discussion on North Korea's nuclear threats. The U.S. Department of Defense released a statement saying any nuclear attack by North Korea against the U.S. or its allies is unacceptable and will result in the end of that regime. South Korea's economy, which saw a strong performance in the first quarter, saw a downturn in the second quarter of this year, according to data released by the Bank of Korea on Thursday. The country's gross domestic product from April till June shrunk by 0.2% compared to the previous quarter. It's the first time in 18 months for the on-quarter growth to be negative. This is mostly attributed to the base effect caused by a relatively high GDP growth of 1.3% in the first quarter. An increase in imports compared to exports was also behind the downturn. Meanwhile, the country's gross national income was up 0.9% on quarter as net factor income from the rest of the world decreased. A Russian airstrike on the western Ukrainian city of Lviv on Thursday killed 7 people and injured at least 64 others. According to the city's mayor, more than 50 houses in the city center were destroyed, along with 2 medical facilities and 2 schools. Among the dead were a mother and her 3 daughters. The Russian Defense Ministry claims that it struck the city's defense industry facilities using Kinzhal hypersonic missiles. The latest airstrike comes just a day after Russia struck a military institute in the central city of Poltava, killing 53. That brings us to the end of tonight's AI headline news. Thank you for watching. Good night.